Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is just midnight. Cinderella's just gone in the door with the slipper. She had to have it back before midnight. I didn't need to look at the clock. I heard the door closing behind her as she snuck in. I was late back tonight. I done a bit of house visiting, something that I had planned to do in over 12 months. A second cousin, Paul Kinney, from originally from Orden, living now in Roscommon town. Himself and his wife, Beth. I think they only got married earlier this year. They're living there a couple of years, and I bought something for the house. Must be 13 months ago, and I meant to do it all year, but been busy and gone all the time. It didn't happen. I bumped into him a couple of weeks ago, so he told me the address, and his last words was, "It's whatever, number 11, and don't forget it." And he said it in such a way as much as to say he won't show up. So I showed up tonight and must be there about 3 hours. Pleasantly surprised when I was only there a couple of minutes. I was asked would I have a cup of tea. You wouldn't know what to expect from younger married couples. Would they have the old habits, the old traditions? But they sure have. Better was to come into the front room and a turf fire roaring and a big dog, Penny I think they called it, lying by the fire. So it was reminiscent of going into people much older than they are, was years ago. It's great to see the old traditions being kept on by the younger folk, and I wish them a long and happy life and healthy life in their new house. They wouldn't know. I might call again sometime. Good crack with a good chat. Actually, I picked out. I was looking at through horses there. They told me they were in Bali one time, and they were making coffee out of cat's shit. I don't think they were pulling me leg. I think it was true. They said they actually tasted it and it wasn't bad. And I seen a horse running tomorrow called Spiced Rum. So I said, we'll have to put up that tonight. The topical conversations often can lead to a winner, I've noticed down through the years. So maybe I might put on a bet for them and see, give them the winners out of it. Where were we? Oh, yes. At the dinner before I went to their house in Roscommon. Great dinner there in the Peppermill for €15. You get plenty of it too. No dessert though, I didn't have time. Shout out to a lot of people that I noticed in the comments last night. And I was absolutely delighted reading the comments to see so many making a few quid yesterday. It was great. And for small money, winning a good few pounds. So the motto on the channel is bet small, win big. If you bet big, you lose big. Kier Bryode, John Lyons, Paul Byrne, Lana Alley, Declan Tornsey, Scarmanio Armantus, Sam Bernard, Jack Hume, Mervyn Innes, Jack Hanna, and Mr. Brad Spitt landed on the bus last night, and he left £50, and which I said straight away that'll go to the Christmas homeless for water and soft drinks this year. We hadn't got them the last couple of years. It was mentioned to us last year, so that will go to that. Todd Jukes, Fran Tierney, and if I missed anyone, I'll get you again. You're all very welcome aboard, and thanks very much for tuning in. We didn't lose any money today. I suppose if you looked at it all told, might have just finished ahead because there was a lot of each way. I think they were all placed. Royal Infantry was third. I don't know what he was at coming to the second last. I thought he'd push him on and get into a better position. Finished third. He was 5-1 last night. I don't know what he SP'd. I think it was 9-2. Kintbury there tonight. I'm reading them as the way I've written them here last night. I was saying that finished third, but it was a backed it each way. I actually had 4 of them each way and a lucky 15. They paid all right. And I'll come to another one that I'd done in a minute. Damas has got the ball rolling. Drifted out in price. Won the first race at Newmarket. We'll see that running again, no doubt. We'll keep it in our notebook. But the other part of the double that I recommended, Salandine, somebody knew 6-4 out to 130 or 72 before the off. That was signalled enough. In Galway, finished sixth. Paddy Power paid sixth. The blue bookie didn't, which cost me a lot of money. Because I done a lucky 15 and I had done it in the blue bookie shop, and I put in Dowie in two of them, and the other three, including I mentioned last night, Purest Time, that finished second at 40-1. I had that in it with Rebel Vibe at tens and another one, Tina's Indians, and I had a fiver, a cume as well, each way cume, which so the difference about 800 between the two bets for small money if I had done it in a different shop, because they were the green bookie was paying 6 on the in Dowie, because I backed it last night at 14-1, got paid on that, but I done it with the wrong shop. Just shows you have to shop around. I've Dubai was a non-runner. Rebel Vibe ran well enough. That finished second, didn't it? And Tina's Indian. That different tactics off that tonight or this evening. Out in front, I thought to be coming from behind, closer to the pace. They knew they'd stay the distance, but a class trapper from the Coolmore boys won it. They're a good winner of the bird catcher as well. I actually had that in an old lucky 15 as well in the shop today. That's the one I had with Purest Time, and in Galway had that in that race. Anyway, it's not too bad to get out of jail on a Saturday, because Saturdays can be tough. On to tomorrow. Champion Hurl, Welsh Champion Hurl is in Chepstow. Celtic Dino is the fav. Sam Thomas hasn't had a winner in a long time. I'm going to go. This is sort of just because it's the big race and I want to give a selection. I'm going to go with Wilful. John Josiard is in a bit of form. Wilful won for us 2 runs back. And then it ran decent enough behind another one of ours in Punchestown. Sending Lark. And that's a decent heart. Ran off 128 that day. £6 for that. I'm just hoping that to have it fit enough to do itself justice, and that'll be, where was it, check the prices. Each way bet. On to Goodwood. Goodwood. Yeah, there's a horse there that we backed the last time it ran. Back in Black. I said we'd go with it again when it would run. Now, it doesn't run it too often. Hasn't ran it since September. It closed fairly well to the line that day. That's it in green back here. It's a long way back. But it finishes well. We check the prices. Give that another rattle. It's only a 3-year-old. Gets a few pounds. Oh, it's gone fav. Anyway, strong in the exchanges. That's the selection. The jockeys, the flat jockeys. Spiced Rum, that was the one I was on about there. Have a few pounds each way on that. Have a cup of coffee after it. With whatever flavour you want in it. We come to the Bluebell Stakes at Naas. It's a heartbeat, it's a favourite. 3-year-old. 3-year-olds have that is a 3-year-old, isn't it? Hasn't the greatest of records in this. It hosed up the last time in a handicap of 89. Going again it. Going on a horse way back the last time they got a very iffy sort of a ride. Well trained Aga Khan, arc winning colours, Chris Hayes in the bike. Now, see this one first time out last year. This went on to Galway, and that's the reason was the main reason that I went for that this year. I was saying it must have targeted for it, but it looked like it needed a run. And where did they go after going for Galway last year? They came to this race where they finished third to a runaway winner called Caught You Looking. And they're going the same route this year, but they have no prep run in between. So I'm looking at this was the prep run here in Galway. If we look at it, it hadn't a prayer. Look at where it's here after the start. It hadn't a notion, not a prayer of winning. How would you win from back there? Look at it still. It has come all the way wide on the outside. He was fifth in the corresponding race the previous year, and he was fifth this year, and they're beating about the same distance. And then he finished third in this. It's not the greatest of listed races, and they'll be hoping for broodmare prospects to get a win at listed level. The numbers bookie there is paying four places. There's a couple of more paying. A lot of them are paying four, and it's a 10-1 shot. That's a decent bet. Naas as well. We have the 2 mile handicap, the Beggar's End handicap. Light as Air is the fav. Bus horse in it. Won for us only a couple of days ago. It'll be 3 days from tomorrow. Sorrentino. It was the second leg of a double the other day. Likely race. As you can see there, it was the first time actually it was written by a professional. All these amateurs, and he rode it way better and got it settled and pitched in. You see this here? That's only tomorrow's Sunday. That was on Thursday, wasn't it? Like they knew what they were doing. They put it into this, and they knew that the race was only 3 days apart. It's a big 60,000 for the winner. Colin Keane stays loyal. The interesting one there is Saratoga. If that ever comes into the picture tomorrow, it's a reserve for the boys in blue. Saratoga is that'll go to a 5-1 shot. You can back it each way, I suppose. I seen in the comments last night Mandy Maughan. I think it's from Leitrim. I think you might have said that a couple of years ago when I was doing the Christmas run. You'll have to comment about another YouTube channel in Bother, Britain's what Contrary, Dave. I don't get to watch him all the time. I watch him now and again. All right, and I didn't know that there was bother going on. I knew he was targeting paid subscribers, but I don't involve myself with anyone. Everyone does their own thing. In real life as well, I don't stick my nose in. I was talking to a fella today, and he thought that he was telling me because I went looking for videos this morning. I couldn't find them. I don't know. Maybe I searched in the wrong place, but I didn't seem to. Couldn't see anything. He said that a deal done. He thought, and that he was in trouble again. So if they had a deal done, if it's any good, me saying to them, give him a chance. Uh, he's good old crack. He's a good old heart. He might be not everyone's cup of tea. So he might get up some of their skin. But if you had a deal and he wasn't sort to mention them again, let it be for now and let him at it. When I get a chance, I do watch him now and again. And when he gets into a rant, it's a good crack to watch him. I get a good laugh out of him, to be honest. But it's probably some of them would say, mind your own business. And I normally do, to be fair. But if it's any help to lay him on board, and if he has the man told me today he watches them all the time, that a deal done, he thought, and that somebody come up with something last night then saying they were going to chuck him out or something. I don't know the full story. I probably shouldn't be saying it without knowing the full story, but I had it written down there, and if I didn't do it tonight, I'd only forget about it. Anyway, I'm heading for Dublin tomorrow evening. I'm staying at the Croke Park Hotel tomorrow night and the next night, and then we're heading to Kinsale for a night, 2 nights in Killarney. And I got a thing this evening, a link to the RIP death notice to see that poor old Eileen O'Callaghan, my friend in Falcha, that she lost another son today through cancer. That's her third son she lost a son last December, and his twin brother about 4 years before that. So it's tough on her, and she's 90 years of age, and she's a heart of gold. So I'll get in to see her during the week. The funeral, I think, is Monday night, but I'm in Kinsale, so I won't be able to get to it unless we're finished early. But I'll call into her, funeral's Tuesday, I'll call into her on Wednesday and see her anyway. So may he rest in peace. Bash the bookies over and out.